Should you be investing your money into property and assets, or should you be retaining your wealth in the form of liquidity or gold or ornaments or jewelry? Which is the right choice for you to make? How to decide if you should invest the savings of your life into property or you should retain it as bank balance and liquidity? So let us find out the answer to this, and I will help you make the right choice. So hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys are doing great, and I welcome you back to Purup's Astrology. Now, we all earn a lot of money in our lives. It depends from person to person what is the amount of money that we earn. And every month, whatever money we spend as expenses, when you deduct these expenses from your income and then you come down to your savings. Now, this savings can be minuscule depending on the income of a person, or it can be substantial, right? So it doesn't matter if it's meager or less or more, but whatever it is, you have to invest that savings into something. Now, few people believe that buying a property, buying a house, buying a land is a worthwhile investment because this will never ever cheat you, because property will never go away from you. And few people will believe that property is all about litigation and tension, and it is very difficult even to rent a house or rent a building in troubled times. So it's better that whatever money I have, let me retain it as liquidity in my bank, as bank balance or as gold. But when you are confused and you are unable to make the right choice, you have to take the help of astrology, because astrology will give you certain insights, right? So there are two houses involved here. The first is your second house. The second house is the house of your wealth, liquidity, bank balance, ornaments, jewelry, and everything that is hoarded and kept, right? So if you have a very good second house in your horoscope, if you have an exalted Venus or Jupiter in the second house of your horoscope, or an exalted moon in the second house of your horoscope, if you have the Lord of the second house placed in the second house itself, or placed in the fourth house, or placed in the ninth house, or placed in the 11th house, then this shows that your second house is getting strong and it is becoming auspicious because of the good placement of the Lord of the second house. Now, if you have good planets also placed in the second house, this also will give you good experience in regard to the things controlled by the second house, which is bank balance and savings. So whenever you read and analyze your chart, if you see that the second house is very strong, planets are in own sign in the second house, or exalted planets are placed in the second house, and there is no malefic aspect to your second house, or placement of malefic planets in your second house. For example, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn aspecting the second house or placed in the second house is a malefic combination. So if these malefics are influencing the second house, then you will face problems in maintaining liquidity, right? And if malefics are not there, if benefic aspects are there, for example, moon is aspecting the second house with its exaltation aspect, if Jupiter is aspecting the second house, if Venus is aspecting the second house, if Mercury is aspecting the second house, then you will be very lucky in the matters of savings, in the matters of wealth and liquidity. So, and now when you see that the fourth house is damaged in your horoscope, for example, you have a Ketu in the fourth house, or a Rahu in the fourth house, or a Saturn in the fourth house, but your second house is strong, then it is better that you don't invest in property, land, buildings, and you have liquidity, bank balance, right? Or you can also invest in bonds, national highway bonds or something like that, and retain your wealth in the form of liquidity only, because that will always come to your aid when you need it. But if you see that the second house is having malefics in it, or malefics are aspecting the second house, or the Lord of the second house is placed in the sixth house or the eighth house or the 12th house, that is the malefic houses or the dusthanas, then you have to see what is the position and dignity of the fourth house in your horoscope. Now, if this fourth house of your horoscope is well placed, the Lord of the fourth house is in the fourth house itself, or Jupiter is exalted, or Venus is exalted, or Sun is exalted, any exalted planet in the fourth house, or the Lord of the fourth house placed in Kendras, that is the first house, the seventh house, or the 10th house, or in the Trikon Bhavas, that is if the Lord of the fourth house is in the fifth house and in the ninth house, and the Lord of the fourth house is not getting debilitated, right? then you can make the right choice by investing in property, because a damaged second house shows that you will have bad experiences in regard to liquidity, but a strong fourth house will guarantee you that whenever you will invest in property, you will gain from that. Whenever you will invest in land and buildings, you will gain from that. So whenever you have to make the choice between investing in property or investing in liquidity, for property, see the position and dignity and the placement of planets in the fourth house, overall how the fourth house is functioning in your horoscope. And for liquidity, see if the second house is strong. Lord of the second house in the second itself, exalted planet in the second house lord placed in the 11th house or 10th house or 9th house or 5th house, auspicious houses, and no malefic aspects in the second house. This shows that a good experience coming out from the second house. So take your horoscope, open it, and see the placement and dignity and position of planets in the second and fourth, and you decide for yourself which would be the best choice for you. Should it be liquidity or should it be property? So that's it for today. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to Purab's Astrology, because it takes a lot of effort to make these videos and give you quality content. And also hit the like button if you really like the content of the video. Adios. I love you all. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.